The wonderful boys from Motley Crue kickstart my heart right here on Sunday afternoons on 99.7 FM. Currently 27 degrees out there, and the time is 3:15. And joining me across the desk, as he was not too long ago, Christian Smith.
Yeah, like about, three and a half minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we've talked comedy, Christian, but we're going to talk something very important now and very close to your heart as well, which is the website and organisation, I guess you could call it, that you've created called 6 Degrees Initiative, that's right.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit, what's the idea behind it, really?
Look, I've had this idea in my head for about 10 years, but I only just realised what it was in about July. I've just gone, well, I kind of worked out, there's a lot of people out there who do things for the community, etc., who they get nominated for Australian of the Year, etc. But there's people out there who do a lot of good stuff still, but not quite enough to get warranted, to be nominated for that sort of thing. So I thought there's a big gap there. So that's why I decided to come up with this thing called the 6 Degrees Initiative, which is a cross between, 6 degrees of separation and pay it forward, basically.
So the idea, boiling it down, the idea behind it is, say, for example, and I know you use this example quite a lot as well, is say somebody wants to meet John Farnham, for example.
Yeah.
You know somebody that has a friend who worked in, say, for example, a venue, an entertainment venue. They know somebody that is a publisher of music or something like that, and then that person then knows. So it goes all the way through.
Exactly.
And that person, the person that wants to meet John Farnham, might have been somebody in the community that's done a lot of work for the community.
Yeah, well, look, that's what it comes down to, is basically, someone like, let's say yourself, you decide that someone you know has done a lot for the community or has given a lot of his time to for good causes, etc., and you think they should be rewarded for what they've done. You nominate them via the website, which is degrees6.org. You nominate them, if chosen, you supply us with 3 different options of what you think they'd like. For example, say, meet someone from the 7pm project, or you think they'd like a DeLonghi coffee machine, or maybe they'd like to go on a hot air balloon ride. And then basically what we do then is we then put up a page called 6 Degrees of 7pm Project, and then ask everybody, all the followers on Facebook and Twitter and people on the mailing list, we ask them to ask their friends and ask their friends if anyone can help.
Now, it's only just started, obviously. The website only just went live not too long ago. But this came out of, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, this came out of your experience in the floods when you're helping to clean up and stuff, really. I mean, I know it was really in your mind the whole time, but you saw a lot of people helping out, just volunteering and doing stuff that had done it hard in the floods, but were still helping other people.
Exactly.
And you were like, well, hang on, how do these people get recognition, or even not recognition, but a little bit of, well, good on you, mate.
Pat on the back. Yeah. And look, that's part of where it came from. I mean, it came from also the fact that my mother and father, my family, we fostered kids for most of my life. So I've got 40 foster brothers and sisters out there. So, and that was part of my upbringing, is giving back to the community in that way. And Dad was involved in Rotary and all that sort of stuff too. So when I moved down to Brisbane, I thought, well, I'd like to do something for the community as well. But my social life got in the way, and I didn't get around to it. So once I'd thought about this and I saw the floods and saw what happened and saw how it affected everyone, it kind of all clicked into place.
And it was a pretty full on time. Did that really solidify in your mind that, right, I've got to do something now?
Yeah, it did. And look, I mean, I thought, well, look, how do you go about volunteering to help out? Because I thought, well, I'd like to do something else for the community. I'd like to keep this going. And I had a look at a couple of websites, and I found it to be really confusing. I sent a couple of websites pretty long-winded email telling them all about my pros and cons, my experience, and my life experience and all that sort of stuff, and what I'd be interested in doing, my availability. And I didn't hear anything back, which was a disappointment. And I wonder how many other people out there want to do things for the community.
Yeah, I mean, there's Volunteer in Queensland and stuff like that, but they got bombarded with requests to help.
And that's what I'm assuming it is. Yeah. So I mean, and that's why I thought, well, why don't I start something on my own?
That's a little bit different, because it's not about getting volunteers to help clean up or something. It's about giving. No, and it's just about somebody that you think really does deserve something, deserves some a really good. Thank you very much. Here's, in the old days, I guess you probably take around a hamper or something. Yeah. But these days we're a bit tight and we don't do that so much. It's the new way, I guess, of thanking someone for doing a heap of work in the community, or even just something locally, something for yourself.
Yeah, look, it doesn't have to be anything. It could be anything, really. I mean, there's no limitations. It doesn't have to be meet someone famous. It doesn't have to be, like a certain thing. It could be, a night out in town. It could be, a limo ride to work one day. It could be anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just something simple like that. Like, do you know a limo driver that would be willing to help this person out, and
exactly.
And it all flow through.
Well, look, and it all comes down to the same thing. Like you just assume that people are inherently good. Like even if they have been blessed with fame or fortune, they probably still believe in right from wrong, and they would probably want to reward people for who've done the right thing. Yeah.
Now you can get onto this through the website that is now live.
Yeah,
I've been on the website. Actually, it does look. It's very easy to read. Because you've updated it recently, haven't you? It's very easy to find stuff there. What is the website address?
It's www.degrees.org.
Okay, so degrees, letters, spelt 6.
Yeah, spelt 6.
Not just the number 6, don't be lazy.
And it's the same thing on Twitter as well. It's at degrees 6, and on Facebook, facebook.com/degrees6.
Degrees 6. So, honestly, I can't tell people enough. Just jump on the website. It's really simple to get through.
And look, at the moment, all we're trying to do is I'm just trying to build it up a little bit before we kick the ball rolling. Just wanted to get as many people as possible to get on board.
Yeah, and sign up, do the thing, and look, just start sending ideas through about what you want. I am a limo driver, whatever.
Exactly, and we can start having a database of stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, you say limo driver, that will be perfect to be able to get people to the airport. I'd really love to get Virgin or Jetstar or someone on board in case we need to go to Melbourne for something. But that's all to come, and it all takes time. Got to start somewhere.
So it's www.degrees6.org. So jump on there and check that out. It's very worthwhile, and look, it's great for the community as well. And it's good to see that in this day and age of everything being a little bit doom and gloom, that there's some good stuff out there.
Look, I've had great reports from it as well. Like, I've had retweets on Twitter from Hilltop Hoods and stuff like that. Look, I've had a few different people, like Tom Gleason says it sounds like a good idea. Tim Ferguson also said the same thing.
Yeah,
a lot of people. Tim Rosso, from American Rosso, he likes it. He follows it on Facebook. So
sweet,
which is good. And also, just out of the blue, last Thursday, I got an email from a company in Canada saying they stumbled upon my website, and they really like the idea and they'd like to help out. So
fantastic! So it's taken off already.
Yeah, look, and eventually I think it will. I think it's got legs. I think it's a good idea, and I think it might actually work. Although, the day that I actually launched it on Facebook, I actually sat there for an hour before I hit apply, because I'm like, people are going to think this is stupid. People are going to think I'm an idiot. And I've gone, look, stuff it, see what happens.
You're second guessing yourself, Chris?
Oh gosh, yeah,
really?
Yeah. For at least an hour, I've just gone, I don't want people to think I'm stupid. But look, you got to start somewhere, and I deep down, I have a lot of fun and stuff, on Facebook and with people, and a bit of a smart ass. But when it comes down to it, I am actually a guy with a heart, and I do care. So
yeah, and I think fundamentally a lot of people are like that. So it's really jump on there, jump on the website, and let's get it going. I think it'd be fantastic to see all this happening all the time.
Please do.
I think an appropriate song right now. It's a little bit of Queen.
Oh,
Don't Stop Me Now.
Nice. Yeah, good.
There you go. Why not? We're back right after this on Sunday Afternoons.
Tonight